Okay, this is part 2 of my puff pastries. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I forget what this is called, barouche, I believe. It's a French name. I'm going to take my barouche that I've had in the refrigerator for 2 hours. And I'm going to flour my work area. I'm going to flour the area very generously. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out my, I'm going to roll this out, my barouche. Start rolling it out slowly. I'm sorry, my barrage. That's what this is called. So I'm going to start slowly rolling out my barrage. Start slowly rolling out my barrage into a sheet. Don't apply too much force because then it'll crack a little bit. Slowly roll out my barrage. If it starts to crack a little bit, I'll just put it back together because this is pretty solid. My barrage is pretty solid. So I can just put it back together if I see it coming apart. I'm going to roll it into a sheet. And as the butter as the butter gets a little softer, it'll be easier to roll out into a sheet. And I want the sheet to be about 20 inches. This is about 11 inches, so I'm going to keep rolling it until it gets to about 20 inches. As I said, as the butter gets softer, it'll become easier to roll out my barrage. See how it's rolling out, no problem now. Because it's gotten a little warmer at room temperature. And the butter's not as stiff. I'm just making it a little bit wide so that when I go to sit my day trompe inside of it, it'll fit inside of it. When I sit my day trompe, I'm gonna keep rolling out my barouche. So it's about 20 inches. And about halfway there, that's 15 inches. Now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to spin my barouche a little bit because it's becoming too long for the board. And my board is quite long, so I'm just going to go up under it a little bit and see if I can flip it a little bit. I'm going to try to flip it a little bit. Or, you know what I'll do. No, I think this will do it. Okay. It's about 18 inches. That'll do it. That'll do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my, maybe roll it out a little bit more. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my day trompe inside of my barouche. See if I can get a little bit more out of it. Okay, that's as you can see, that's long enough. So now I'm gonna put my day trompe inside of my barouche and I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip my barouche. See, I didn't use enough oh no, that's fine. You want to definitely use a lot of flour. You want to use a lot of flour because you want to be able to flip your barouche. Easily. Like this. See how I unfolded it? You want to be able to flip that just like that easily. So you want to use enough flour to where it's going to enable you to do that. And then you want to pinch the sides like this. See how I'm pinching? Pinch the sides closed like this. Pinch everything closed. Just like this. You want to pinch everything closed. See, everything is pinched closed. Pinch everything closed. This is my barouche. You want to use a lot of flour when you're doing this. A lot of flour, because you got to be able to fold this easily. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it out this way. And again, I'm going to roll this out to about 20 inches. You run out of flour, you add more. And I'm going to roll it about the length of the clipboard. That'll be sufficient. Just to roll it about the length of the clipboard. Or of the of my rolling board. So I'm gonna roll it like this. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna roll it into itself. Then I'm going to roll it again. I'm going to use a lot of flour on the surface so it doesn't stick. Oh, but as I do that, what you want to do is you want to take a paintbrush. And you want to brush any excess flour off of the barouche, off of the mixture. You want to brush any excess flour off of it. Then I'm going to fold it and roll it again. Fold it and roll it again. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I folded and rolled it 2 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it evenly on top of itself. I'm going to brush off any excess flour. I'm going to put it in plastic wrap. I'm going to wrap it in my plastic wrap. Then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator for another 2 hours. Then I'm gonna repeat this process. I'm gonna fold it again the same way I just did. I'm gonna fold it all over again, and then it'll be ready to be baked. And that's what you want.